I've said this for a while that I've thought Alperen Şengün could join Domantas Sabonis and Nikola Jokic as the point bigs who can facilitate, score, rebound. I know everyone's going to be like, well, they can't play defense. And while we're waiting for Şengün to get that 3-point shot down, which it's starting to come around. And with me, I've said it, that Şengün is the only young big in the entire league that you could sit down and say that he could, in 5 years have a similar game to Domantas Sabonis or Nikola Jokic. And I put up some graphics right here showing you the PR, the player efficiency ratings, the assists per game, and the points per game in comparison between Nikola Jokic and Alperen Şengün. And Şengün had a 2-year head start to the start of his career in compared to Jokic. But basically, can Alperen Şengün be the next Nikola Jokic? The NBA has seen a rise in international players over the last few years, many of them coming from Europe. And one of the most recent names to make waves is Alperen Şengün, a 6'10" Turkish center who, in the pre-draft, he was compared to Kevin Love, but more and more people were comparing him to Nikola Jokic, a guy who's averaging this season about 15 points a night, a little under a block and a steal a game, 8.8 rebounds, 4 assists, about 31% on a little under 1 3-point attempt a game, 56% for the field on 11 field goals a game. And the first thing to note is this cat's so young, okay? Alperen Şengün is so young. He's 20 years old right now. And he'll be 20 till July 25th. And that's he's so young. And then you got Jokic, who's back-to-back MVP, might win his third MVP. It's a unique style of play that combines playmaking, scoring, and rebounding. People compare him to, up there as one of the greatest centers with Hakeem, Kareem, Wilt, for his ability to impact the game in so many ways. The thing is, can Şengün live up to, being compared to Jokic and become a similar player to Nikola Jokic or Domantas Sabonis? And, Şengün won the Turkish League MVP and was named Euro Cup Rising Stars. And one of the reasons we're seeing Şengün drawing comparisons to Jokic is his playmaking ability. Like Jokic and Sabonis, Şengün has an excellent court vision and passing skills for a center. First off, I want to say this: whoever becomes the new coach of the Houston Rockets next season, you better use DHOs with my man Şengün, like Mike Brown uses with Sabonis. And if you don't know what DHOs are, casual, it's dribble handoffs. And the thing is Şengün's right here averaging 4 assists. I mean, last year he averaged 2.5 assists per game, which is impressive for a young guy like him. Another similarities between them is Şengün and their scoring ability. Both players have a versatile offensive game and can score from anywhere on the court. On a good night, Şengün has a soft touch above the rim and is able to finish through contact. And he shows the ability to step out and knock down jumpers, and especially, catch and shoots. This versatility will make him hard to defend and gives him the potential to be a dominant scorer in the NBA. And one area where Şengün may have an advantage over Jokic is athleticism. While Jokic is known for his size, nimbleness, and strength, Şengün is way more agile and a fluid and maybe even more of an explosive athlete than Jokic. He's able to move well laterally and has quick feet, which makes him potentially a better defender than Jokic could ever be. Of course, there are some differences between Şengün and Jokic. Jokic is a way better 3-point shooter and has more experience playing in the NBA and professionally. However, given Şengün's age potential, it's not unreasonable to think that he could develop these skills and become an even, better player than he is right now. Maybe not as good as Jokic, but, an all-star. In conclusion, while it's still early in his career, Alperen Şengün has shown many of his same skills and abilities that Domantas Sabonis and Nikola Jokic have shown. And those are one of the best players in the NBA today. If Şengün continues to develop and improve, he could certainly become the next European in the same vein as Sabonis and Jokic to take the league by storm with his unique style of play. Let me hear your thoughts down below. Am I stupid, or do you guys agree? That's where we're going to leave it. And yeah, so I'm done. And if there was anything else, bye. We're on the way to 20,000.